Good morning. Good morning. As in, really good morning. Bill and Derek. And Nerdy first in the door this morning. Nerdy. Way to go, Nerdster. Billy D, Derek, JW. Nice to see JW. Nikki, Sharon and Jim. There's my Kevin Green. Good morning, Kevy. Good morning. Do I sound groggy? No, I'm not. I didn't comb my hair, though. Maybe if I combed my hair, I wouldn't sound groggy. Good morning. I figure Wednesdays are my day off since we're going to have a co-host on Wednesday. Good morning, Laura Divine. You are, quite divine. Cleany, good morning. Are you guys cold up there? It's cold here. No, Kim, I'm going to be like you today. I know, comb my hair. See what happens. It'll change my voice. I have had a persistent issue, kind of coldish issue all year. I don't know. And now we're heading towards winter. Good morning. Thank goodness I stopped. I miss it. I miss the buzz. But thank goodness I stopped smoking the weedster. That would have really kept me messed up. Good morning, Rodman. There's HB. You guys are going to see HB and his co-hosting at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Adjust your clocks accordingly. Good morning. Give me 5 people. Good morning, Oreo. Kitty Catzilla. Give me 5 people that miss hot dogs. You know how Pops loves hot dogs. I love hot dogs. I'm kind of a hot dog wiener-phile. There you go, Greenie. Sounds good. I'm looking forward to your help on that situation. You and Kim. Yeah, it has to be beef. I agree with you, Derek. I don't do turkey. I don't do turkey dogs. I just don't. They don't taste, or chicken dogs. They just don't taste right. I gotta have a beefy. Nathan's. I'm down with a Nathan's all day. Any day, all day. And I like the hot dogs that have skins on them. You know what I'm talking about? Where it kind of pops when you eat it. You know what makes a pretty good hot dog, or where I get a pretty good hot dog, is Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen. Okay? But Nathan's. I gotta go with the Nathan's pretty often. Okay? Forget a red wiener. I'm not into red wiener. Bratwurst, if it's barbecued. Bratwurst has to be. Hebrew is good too, Derek. Got to admit it. Kosher dog. You feel like you can kind of trust DQ has tacos, Ken? Really? They do? How many people have a Jack in the Box in their area? Okay. How many people have a Jack in the Box in their area? Yeah, Nick, there's a Dairy Queen about 2 miles away from me. I swing through there once a month and get 2 hot dogs. Chili on the side. I don't ever have chili put on my dog. I take the chili and I put it on 1 bite at a time. Who still has a Jack in the Box? No, I've never had a hot dog from Jack in the Box, but I have their tacos. I like their tacos. We call them cat food tacos. I don't know what the meat is in a Jack in the Box taco. I don't. But it looks like cat food to me. Okay? Nerdy, the 7-Eleven dogs, we call them rollers. We call them rollers. You know the dogs that get heated up on a rolling thing? You know how the thing's rolling and heating them up? Greenie, I don't think it's meat on the Jack of the Box. But I love Jack of the Box cat food tacos. I really do, I gotta admit it. I'll grab 3. The older the roller, the better. Yeah. When it's really crusty, you know they haven't cleaned it in forever. That's where it gets its flavor. Okay? You guys, I haven't talked about hot dogs enough. I gotta admit it. I don't know Stray Kids, but I'm glad you're here. Oh, gosh, darn it. The hot dog's been rolling for 3 days. I know, you don't know how long that sucker's been rolling. I'm picturing one right now. I haven't had a roller in a long time. I just sort of avoid them. Actually, I haven't gone in a 7-Eleven. Okay? Oh, I'm craving a cat food taco now. And Kim's making me swing through DQ and check out one of their tacos. I'm gonna have to do that. I love hot dogs. I think you guys know that. Anybody that's a veteran here, if you're new, I haven't talked about hot dogs in a while. But I got this. I love hot dogs. They're wrong. Everything about a hot dog is wrong. Just gotta tell you. Who stuffs a skin like, basically a prophylactic filled with ground up who knows what? Who does that? And then we eat them. Okay? Oh, gosh, I love hot dogs, Nippy. Let me show you guys something. I never understood. Oh, God, I hate hot dog water. Oh, especially if you've taken the hot dogs out of the pan and you have the water still floating there, that creepy oil that's on the top of the water. Okay. And then you make the mistake of not emptying the pan for a day. Instant instant creepiness. You can smell it when you open your front door. Go, oh, I forgot to drain the hot dog water. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, darn it. You guys, I'm laughing just thinking about my hot dogs this morning. Okay, wait for it. Okay, wait for it. Let me see. I hope I got this right. Make sure that this is on. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. Are you or a loved one struggling with hot dog addiction? Pop struggles. I'm a struggler. Microdosing is helping me with my hot dog addiction. Okay?
Are you or a loved one struggling with hot dog addiction? Maybe you're running out of places to hide your stash around the house. Try Gliz. With only 3 milligrams of dog in each pouch, you can enjoy the buzz of a freshly grilled hot dog without the crippling shame you feel after putting down a few too many at the family grill out. Try some of our many flavor options. Raw dog, Lil Ketchup, Triple Threat, Ketchup, Mustard, and Relish, and our newest flavor, Chili. Please contact your doctor or call 911 if you experience symptoms, diarrhea, crippling shame, diarrhea, cardiovascular comatosis, sudden death. Are you or a loved one struggling with hot dog addiction?
Look at where this
Maybe
one's
you're running
in.
out of places to hide your stash around the house. Try Gliz. With only 3 milligrams of dog in each pouch, you can enjoy the buzz of a freshly grilled hot dog without the crippling shame you feel after putting down a few too many at the family grill out. Try some of our many flavor options. Raw dog, Lil Ketchup, Triple Threat, Ketchup, Mustard, and Relish. Our newest flavor, Chili. Please contact your doctor or call 911 if you experience the following symptoms: diarrhea, crippling shame, diarrhea, cardiovascular comatosis, sudden death.
Oh,
Are you or a
results
loved
may
one struggling
vary.
with hot dog
One
addiction?
more time.
Maybe you're running out of places to hide your
I
stash around
love
the
where he
house.
hides them.
Try Gliss.
In the
With
lint
only 3
drawer.
milligrams
Put
of
it in
dog
the
in each
lint
pouch,
drawer.
you can enjoy the buzz of a freshly grilled hot dog without the crippling shame you feel after putting down a few too many at the family grill out. Try some of our many flavor options.
Oh, gosh.
Raw dog, little ketchup,
Hot dog.
triple threat, ketchup, mustard, and relish. Our newest flavor, chili. Please contact your doctor or call 911 if you experience the following symptoms: diarrhea, irking shame, diarrhea, cardiovascular comatosis, sudden death.
Oh,
Are
gosh.
you or a loved one struggling with hot dog
Okay,
addiction?
okay.
Maybe you're running out of places to hide your
Look,
stash.
you're running out of places.
Try Gliss with only 3
Oh,
milligrams.
gosh darn it, that's funny to me. I don't know about it. Wait, stop it, Pops. Okay. Streety sent me that, and I spent half an hour dying of laughter. It made me realize I haven't talked about hot dogs enough. Diarrhea. Maybe you're feeling the overwhelming shame. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're laughing as hard as I am. Crazy kids. I love hot dogs. Can you anybody tell? I'm addicted. Hello, my name's Pops. I'm a wiener addict. I'm addicted to wieners. Hello, my name is Pops. I'm addicted to wieners. Oh, that's funny. That is really funny. I want to show you guys one other funny thing. Where is it? Here it is. This is funny. Wait for it. Okay. Okay, wait for it. Wait. Look at this one. My kidnappers returning me after listening to me talk about psychedelics for 4 hours straight. If you ever get kidnapped, just start talking to the kidnappers about psychedelics. They'll throw you back home. Oh, that is so funny. That's me. They're throwing me back through the window. Oh, get out of here. That's me. Oh, gosh, darn it. Throw me back through the window. Get out. Get that guy out of here. Oh, that's so funny. I gotta tell you. J.W. Owens wants you guys to talk about your trimming scissors. That'll be okay. Talk to the kidnappers about Jesus Christ in Australia. No, just have him talk to them. Just call Jesus. Oh, that's pretty funny. I start talking to him about colonization and contamination. You know, you're going to get contam. Fiskars are good too, Queenie. I think that's what I use, is Fiskars for my weed trimmer. Back in the day, I haven't trimmed weed in, it's been, this coming spring will be 3 years since I planted any weed. Start spreading the spores. Start spreading the spores. For people that like listening to people talk about mushrooms nonstop for hours, and they don't get thrown back through the window. Talking about mushrooms nonstop for hours is our idea of a good time. It reminds me of vegetarians. Don't you get tired of hearing vegetarians? And there's nothing wrong with being a vegetarian. My sister is hardcore, and she swears by it. She has her husband vegetarian. They've been vegetarian for 10 years. And she tried for a little bit to get me to go there, and I definitely cut back on my red meat. I'm pretty much a white meat guy. I'll do a hamburger once a month now. Steak. I love a good steak, but I don't have them very often. I used to eat a lot more red meat than I do now. But it always bothers me when somebody tries to preach vegetables. So I could imagine it might bother people if they are bothered by somebody overdoing the psychedelic talk. I can see that. And I'm very sensitive to that personally. Like even at this community place that I'm starting to volunteer, which has been so rewarding. It really is. It's great to get out in nature. And I'm meeting a new group of people from a completely different walk of life, out in person, making connections, personal connections, and it feels great. I hate to weed, but I'll do it. I'm still surprised I haven't mentioned anything about mushrooms to any of them. You know, I'm staying on the complete low-key down low on that. Not talking about it, and it'll bubble out of me sometime sooner or later, but I've kept it pretty low key. Okay, they're not there to hear about mushrooms. They're there to watch me weed. So I keep that, but I certainly talk about mushrooms here, don't I? Listening to people talk about mushrooms nonstop for hours is our idea of a good time. Probably not the case for most politicians. To their credit, though, that's exactly what New York lawmakers just did. Last Tuesday's hearing marked the first state ever legislative hearing on psilocybin policy, with Assembly Health Committee Chair Amy Paulin leading the charge. The standout testimony came from Joseph McKay, a retired FDNY fire department, New York Fire Department firefighter who responded to 9/11. After years of brutal cluster headaches and failed treatments left him dependent on opioids, he tried psilocybin. The excruciating pain that I endured for over a decade was gone, he told legislators. He now takes low doses regularly, and he advocates through the group Cluster Busters. New York could make history, excuse me, if things progress from here. Unlike any other state measures yet, Paulin's bill would let adults 18 plus, 18 years old and over, get a permit to use psilocybin after a health screening and an educational course. That's pretty good. I even like that idea. We're going to give you a permit if you get a health screening and you take an educational course. Now, I don't know what the educational course is. I'd like to see the content of the course, but that's pretty good, okay? With no facilitator necessary. That's what her bill is trying to introduce. No, I agree with you, Paranoid. That'll be the second level. Then we teach them how to grow. We just give them one of Pop's books. Give them, and they have to have, my bill would say, and you have to get one of Pop's grow manuals. Oregon, Colorado, and New Mexico all mandate supervised sessions with licensed professionals, which makes for a much stricter and pricier model. The legislature doesn't reconvene until January 2026, but don't worry, we're going to keep talking about mushrooms until then, and long after. I think that's really creative. I think that's creative. I mean, I remember when I got my first. Now you can just get recreational marijuana here in Michigan. But do you remember you had to go get a doctor's card you had to get a prescription card or whatever they call it now. That was bogus. I remember going to the doctor and I'm like, okay, I'm prepared for the doctor to go through this big rigmarole before I get my license to buy weed and use it legally. And I remember the doctor, and he comes into the room, and I don't know, I wasn't in there 3 minutes. All he needed to hear was that I suffer from migraine headaches, and he turns to his nurse and he goes, go ahead and get him his prescription, and he walks out. Cost me $75. It was a money-making scam, okay? Where I grew up on the West Coast, Venice Beach. You go down Venice Beach. I remember getting my card in California. Rigmarole is my bailiwick. Paranoid, you take it easy on bailiwick, okay? Am I going old school rigmarole? I remember going to Venice Beach to get my card. And you go into this place, and it was an old Indian doctor who this guy clearly was retired from the regular medical profession. Old guy. And you went in there, and you had to pay the fee. It was another $50 or $75 ripoff. And you weren't in his room 2 minutes, and you got your card and walking out. They didn't ask a question. They just, you paid the fee. Turn everything into a scam, don't we? Speaking of pain, shrooms for pain medicine, cluster headaches, etc. We're going to read an article to you tomorrow about more research they're doing into psychoactive drugs and how it helps our pain. And it's a really fascinating article. I'm going to share that with you guys tomorrow. Okay? I'm going to read one more article, and then we're going to get ready for HB. HB is going to co-host the rest of today's show. Before I do, I haven't done this in a little while, and now I know it's not a gimmick. Give me a number between 1 and 50. You can put up to 3 numbers on a line at one time. I have the number in my head right now. The first person to say the number will get a pack of supplemental supplements from Pops. And you have to you can put up to 3 numbers on your line at one time. Go. I'm looking for a number between 1 and 50. Okay, I still haven't seen the number. No, dysentery, I don't know who that is. I'm looking for the number that's in my head. It's boom, it's right here. Because I don't have my machine right here, the machine generator. But I'm looking. Make it between 1 and 50. And by the way, you have to be in the United States and over 18 in order to be the wiener. Good one, Queenie. Go ahead. I'm waiting. I still haven't seen it. Okay? I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see who's going to be the wiener. The glizz. Who's going to get the glizz? Still haven't seen it. I'm waiting. Captain Obvious, 35. Captain Obvious. Obviously it's 35. Captain, you're the wiener. Okay? Ballywick. Captain, she's the wiener. Okay? Captain Obvious, send me your address and we'll send you our a pack of supplemental supplements. Okay? Quickly, regarding Captain Obvious, a few weeks ago, I had sent her a package. It was the cutest thing. I'd sent her a package, and it had two different kinds of strains of mushrooms in it. Yeah, it had, I forget. I think it was Ghost and PE. And she wrote me back, and she said that her husband, I forget the exact words, but she said her husband uh, told her not to have the big ones, but to try the small ones. And she put in parentheses, talk about penis envy. Her husband had penis envy over the shrooms we sent. Okay. I wish if I could find it, I would read it to you guys. It was funny as could be. But yeah, our people get penis. To look at it, she goes, I think he had penis envy. It was funny. Okay, let's do this final one, and then we're gonna get HB in here. Remember last week when we told you about Silo Wellness pivoting from psychedelics to defense tech? Turns out they're not alone in abandoning the Oregon mushroom market. Kaya Holdings, owner of Portland's 11,000 square foot Sacred Mushroom. 11,000 square feet is a pretty big facility. They had a facility called Sacred Mushroom. They just announced they're closing shop. There's another one, closing shop. Both companies bet big on Oregon's legal psilocybin program and lost. The CEO told Willamette Week the business is simply not conducive for public companies that need to make money for shareholders. Good. So the Sacred Mushroom is going to be selling its stake in the mushroom business. Silo is also, they had a plan of 960-acre retreat. Okay? And they closed that down. When Jackson County restricted psilocybin facilities to commercial zones, they're like, sorry, you can't do it out in an agricultural zone. You can only do it in commercial zones. It seems Oregon's psilocybin industry is not delivering the gold rush these companies promised investors. Good. Insurance won't cover most of the sessions anymore. Banking is difficult, and the regulations are expensive. So what's next? Well, the one company is going to turn to stacking Bitcoin, and the other company wants to prevent veteran trauma altogether by investing in, wait for it, weapons manufacturing. Well, we can't make money helping veterans out with mushrooms, so we'll just invest our money in weapons manufacturing. You talk about hypocrisy. Nothing says peace like trading mushrooms for missiles. Couldn't make enough money at it, you guys. Well, yeah, when you're charging $2,500 a trip, yeah, you should be shut down. Just saying. You could get, what's 28 grams? Let's say you do a 2-gram trip. That's 14. You could get 14 trips for around $60 around here. And those are big journeys. Yeah. What's someone do the math. What's 60 divided by 14? That's somewhere around 4. That's somewhere around 4. Am I right? Just a touch over 4. $4 for 2 grams. Big difference. Big difference. All right. Let's do this. 4.28. 4.3 basically. Good morning, Paige. Yeah. We'll do a better deal for you than Oregon. How's that sound? Okay. Let's call HB. We're putting in a call to HB right now, and he's going to take over. There's that handsome kid. Okay, wait. Is your microphone on, HB?
Yes, sir.
Don't tell me we're going to have that problem again. Huh. Can you try to talk? Let's see if we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Ah.
Hello.
Okay, HB, you call me.
Okay.
You call me. Let's try it.
Hello, can you hear me?
Gosh darn it.
Hello.
Okay, go.
Can you hear me like this?
Got it. Go.
This is without my headphones in, so it might backfeed a little bit.
Gotcha. We can hear you.
Okay, sweet. Just starts to backfeed, just let me know.
We got you, brother.
Sweet. How's everyone?
Couldn't be better.
Of course, I'm gonna go see the chat, but look here, so you just catch me looking down. I got some notes written down. How are you, Pops?
I'm great, HB. Glad to see you.
Glad to see you, man. I appreciate you letting me get on your talk.
No. You're the man. Go.
Cool. Actually, I want to kind of do a little fun thing first. I want to do a kind of like a spooky thing for people who, like where I'm from, we have the lizard man is our kind of like Sasquatch, if you will. It's our, they have the Mothman, they have Sasquatch, they have these different animals and stuff like that, mythical creatures. And I don't know where a lot of the other states are for those creatures. Like I said, South Carolina has the lizard man. It's this reptilian kind of thing that lives there, and people question if it's real, just like Bigfoot. My dad's from Washington State, and we were debating the other day. Apparently, Washington State is where I recognize where Bigfoot's from, but a couple other people were saying that there's other states where that's the case. So maybe people in the comments have other states where they have a mythical creature or something like that for Halloween themed kind of topic. Do you have any where you're from originally in California?
What is the one? It's the one that eats cattle. What is it?
Chupacabra.
Huh? Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, we do chupacabra in California.
Right. Yeah. You don't have any in Michigan?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm not in that culture. If we did, it would probably
Me either, really. That's why I'm curious about it. I like to know like where people think that these things are from and like how they think that they're real and stuff. It's kind of intriguing to me.
it. You know what? I'm not down. I just if there was a Bigfoot, like I want to believe in Bigfoot. I swear I do. I
Exactly.
really want to, but can I see at least a pile of poop? Can I
At
at
least,
least?
right?
That's all I'm looking
Yeah.
for. Give me
100%.
give me some piece of real evidence, not a phony baloney footprint that who knows.
For my story.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
or a grainy video, like of somebody wearing a gorilla outfit. I don't know.
Well,
And I'm not. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings because I know some people truly, really believe it. But
100%.
I
That's
need
one
a
of the
pile of
things.
poop.
Open-minded to this kind of stuff. Like I don't believe, but I'm open-minded to it. I think that we were watching videos on it last night on Bigfoot, and some of the videos are just like, "How is your camera that crappy?" It's like if I saw Bigfoot, I would be tempted to like get closer to it,
Oh,
not run
you
away
bet.
from it, because I'm like it's an opportunity to like
Oh, you
prove
bet.
your point.
I agree with you
It just
100%.
seems kind of fishy, but it's cool. I like to like. That's why I like to pick people's minds and figure out like why they think these things, because that's how science is made proven. Like we shouldn't know these people and say that they're crazy, but there's something going on here. We got to figure out what it is. Maybe they're seeing bears, or maybe there's a different type of animal we don't know about, or something. But yeah, I think it's intriguing, especially around the holidays, because these things are real. It's not like ghost stories. These are like real stories. It's like I take that back. I say it as the words come out of my mouth. Ghost stories are really the same way because people believe that ghosts are real, and there's no way to prove that it's not.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, until you bring like tangible evidence, it's hard to say. That's why these stories around the holidays, especially Halloween time, is like these are so tangible. They scare people the most because they could be real. An alien could come in and get you because we don't know what's out there. It's that kind of whole concept.
What about Ghost
Yeah.
Finders? That TV show Ghost Finders.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I remember that back in the day. I remember being a kid and believing in it so hard, wanting to believe in it. But then every show, it's like they don't come up with nothing.
They
It's
don't
like
ever
hard
come
to-
up with anything. The
Yeah.
temperature got warmer or colder in this area, or we heard
100%.
a door creak, or the one that I really wanted to believe in too was Amityville. The Amityville, the people waking up with scratches or stuff levitating, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's all been proven a hoax. They proved that was a
Yeah.
hoax, but I was
Sounds
in.
good.
I'd read 4 books about it before I found the hoax book. So,
Yeah, it sounds good to people. On paper, whenever you're telling this story and somebody's really got fear in their eyes and they're believing what they say, because I've had friends who have had personal experiences like that where they believe and they're telling the story like it's real. So to them, it is real. And you shouldn't like go, "Oh, you're crazy" or whatever, because it's their reality. You didn't experience it. Maybe to them it is real.
so Rodman's writing, I've lived this stuff since birth and it's real. Okay? Herbie's saying, I've seen a Rougarou in Mississippi. I don't know, Herbs.
Yeah,
Dawn,
this is another one.
Dawn wants to put a GPS on a Bigfoot. Okay?
There we go.
Kimberly, no matter what, just wouldn't sleep in the Amityville. I'm reading you some comments. Kim
Yes, sir.
says, I wouldn't, no matter what, I still wouldn't stay in the Amityville house. These are just some, Santam's afraid that she would see a Yeti and she wouldn't have a camera with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You're
Herbie,
the crazy old person who's like, "Oh God, I saw Bigfoot back in my day."
oh, so many people have seen it but didn't have a camera.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. What an interesting opening topic.
Yeah, it is for the Halloween, like the holidays for Halloween.
What about aliens?
Yeah, that's another one as well. It's one that I've had an experience seeing something in the sky where it's like, you don't know what that is, but to go as far as saying it's an alien, it's like you're starting to put belief in something that you don't know is true.
Yeah, I'm a little skeptical on the whole UFO thing too, because if they were there, wouldn't they at least try to get me a message?
I mean, you have to believe it.
You
You have
know,
to believe it.
There's, but the people that have been abducted and stuff, you can't discount their experience because
Exactly what I'm saying.
we've, put them on lie detectors, we've hypnotized them, we've done all of this stuff, and they really, truly have had something. But I don't know, man. I don't know. And again, let's go to Area 57 back in the 50s when they, whether it was a weather balloon or the UFO that crashed or whatever in Roswell. I cannot believe that if it was real, that there wouldn't be some kind of a leak by now.
100%. You know, this kind of bleeds over into real life too, because just what I was just saying, and to your point, is to them, their reality, it might be that thing really exists. And that everybody's reality is that way. The world is not as we see it. It's individual and unique to us individually. So the pain that you feel and the love that you feel is going to be totally different than the person next to you. And you're trying to justify your ideologies to somebody next to you. And it's like trying to describe aliens to them. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I saw Bigfoot. Like, well, prove it to me. But you can't prove your feelings or how you feel or an idea, like how you're trying to construct an idea, how you feel about something. It's very difficult to do it. I have a horrible time with it. You're going to notice during this interview, I have a hard time with it, trying to construct my ideas into words.
No, you're doing great, and I like the analogy you just used. I apologize for talking over you.
No, you're okay. Yeah, but that's my whole point, is that we all have a different scope of our reality. So what I'm going to say is going to be true to me. It's not going to be true to you. And that's what practicing impeccability is a really important thing, meaning what you say and saying what you mean. Don't just say things because you think they're true. Say them because they actually are true, not because you believe them to be true.
Yep. Bro science, a lot of bro science, and then a lot of something about our human mind loves conspiracies too.
Yes, sir.
We've got to believe they're covering something up, and we're not getting all the information. And you know what? I'm what I call an empiricist, which in empirical thinking is I need to see it, feel it, and touch it. And that's what's driven me away from religions,
Yeah.
But I've told this story once before here, maybe twice. I do believe I had an angel. I do believe maybe angels could be real. I don't know. I have a feeling that I was on the side of a road. There was a car breakdown, and an angel came along out of nowhere. A guy appeared, helped me fix my tire, and as I'm driving away, I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and the guy's gone. So,
even if it was a real human being, you could argue that the universe, quote unquote God, speaks through these people to help you. You could say that, and there's no proof that that's true or not. Like, these people have to be getting an inclination to want to help and give from somewhere.
Yeah.
From something bigger than them. It's like, where do ideas come from kind of concept.
And Carnivorous just made a good point, and this is true. Different chemical reactions in the brains cause different visions and feelings, and that's 100% true.
Yeah, depending on who you are and how your brain chemistry works.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why science exists, just so we can test things and make sure that it's actually real and it's not just your perception of what you're observing.
Yeah.
There's a really cool story about this. I'm talking out of pocket because I don't know all the details, but back in the day, whenever they were studying, I believe it was Mars, but it was planets in the sky. This guy was looking at, I believe it was the surface of Mars, but whatever he was looking at, he could see a map on the surface of it, and he was mapping it out. And people were like, "You're crazy, dude. There's nothing there. We can't see it." Well, it turns out the guy had really good vision, and his vision was so good that the light was refracting off the lens, and he was able to see his blood vessels. So when he was looking into the scope, he was seeing his blood vessels and mapping them out. So his reality was true. There really was a map there, but he was just seeing it because his vision was different than ours.
Okay.
It's just a perfect example of what I'm talking about. That's why science exists, because if I can't recreate that, and you can't recreate that, and 9 out of 10 of us can't recreate it, then it's probably not real. And that's how we do it.
Or whatever real means.
I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
Again, pro science and over here, but that's really how it works. That's why you try to collaborate ideas and evidence in our life. Your hurt isn't valid until 10 other people feel the same way that you do.
Very good topic. Neat topic. Thank you.
Yeah, and this kind of goes off, like, when we're young, you were speaking about religion. When you're young, religion's really powerful. It's the same thing as believing in Santa Claus. It's magic. It's like, wow, there's this guy that exists that brings us gifts, and every Christmas time he comes around and he eats our cookies and he flies around on reindeer. It's magical. But what I want to enlighten people is there's still real magic to the world. It's science and it's art and it's all these things that we see every day. We just don't view them as that because we're so enveloped in this everywhere we look. But these things are really powerful and they're really magical and they have power to them. Listening to a song can really change how you feel and change your emotions and change like how your day's going to go. Watching a really powerful movie or anything,
Our physics professor here says Real means
Oh,
it's reproducible.
yes, exactly right.
Mm.
Yeah.
And to the rest of
My
you,
mom.
Jolie included, I'm very sorry if the chat is not coming through very clear to you guys. I'm feeling it's good over here, so I apologize to anybody that's not getting a great feed. It's good over here. Okay, buddy, go on. HB, where do you
Um,
live?
right now I live in Kansas. This is kind of one. I should have started off by introducing myself. How rude, right? But yeah, I did want to kind of get into that. Live in Kansas right now in Wichita. I'm from South Carolina. I grew up in South Carolina, a little small town in Elgin. I'm from a real small town. I always tell people that, but it's really true. I'm a one stop by town. Come from redneck daddy hunting, all that kind of stuff. I moved here to Wichita to try to better my life and get my life together. A lot of my family has, not to get my sob story, but a past history of drug use and alcohol use. So I came here to try to build my life up and just go a different route, break the chain, so to speak. I would eventually like to go back to South Carolina, but kind of spinning my wheels right now. It's hard being young if you're on your own, but yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm from. I'm 28, about to be 29 in March. I like to, tea is my big thing. I'm a big plant guy, natural medicines and stuff like that. It's really what I spend a lot of my time doing. I love to play music. Like David was saying, I sing and write songs. I'm not great at it, but I just do it because it's a hobby. I'm not trying to get famous or put my music out there, but I do like to do it. I enjoy doing it.
You know what you're good at is editing videos.
Yeah, I'm okay at it. I like to get a lot better. I just do it because the power for me to want to give is more than my ability to be able to edit. You know what I mean? Like, I like to give, and it's a really good way to give to somebody who you either don't know what they want or they can get themselves whatever they want. You get them, you show them what they're worth to people. You show them their self-worth.
Yeah.
It's the best gift you can give somebody, I think. I've done this a couple times for my friends, and I plan on doing it a lot more. I'd like to do another one for you if I could get some people to send in some more videos. Just hit me up on Instagram. Headbuster, all lowercase, 290 is my Instagram. I'm also on Discord, Headbuster, all lowercase, hashtag 8595. You can get me on there, or my email is Sean, SHAWN _44 at rocketmail.com.
44, that's my favorite number.
Or whatever you like. If you like to make music, you can make a pop song, whatever you want to make, and I'll put it in a collaboration and we'll do a video part 2. I already have a few submissions going into the next video, so.
Well, you blessed my socks off with that. I shared it with a bunch of people, and it just was an incredible harvest. I want to interrupt 1 minute because we have a comment coming that I think is really important. Criminal Theory in Action wrote, "I'm glad to catch you. I tried the supplements you sent, and I didn't get completely get out of the chair, but the pain I experienced every day was almost gone. Worked great with my THC prescription." Thank you for saying that, Criminal, and we're glad that we were able to help with that. Okay, back to you.
But yeah, that's how I want to be remembered. I want to be remembered that way. I know I have a long ways to go. I deal with a lot of anger. I come from a really broken home, so I still have to work on myself daily, every day, because this positive guy you see right now might not be the same guy that you get out in public, because I have a really tough edge on me. This is who I want to be. This is who I try to be. This is who I like to think that I really am, but it's not who I always am. I get really angry at times. I get really frustrated. So I would like people to look back on me and not be like, oh, he was a good guy, but he got angry. I would like to look at them and be like, oh, he's fully enlightened. As fully enlightened as we can be. Like people talk about you. Be giving, be kind, and really touch somebody's heart. Reach out and touch them where it matters.
Bro, it's such a journey, I'll tell you, because my thing was people were like, he's so intense, and he doesn't always practice what he preaches, and I brought that to my new life, and about 5 years ago, and the transformation. I don't even take credit for it. I give it to the plant medicine, and I give it to really desperately trying a new program, which for me was the 4 agreements, and it does not take long for people in your life to start seeing a transformation. And then when you get validated and people tell you that they see a transformation in process, it gives you more motivation to continue.
It's them telling you, hey, I saw the Bigfoot. I know he's real.
Yeah.
It's them giving you the validation.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. 100%.
It's very good.
I see that pain inside of you. I see that hurt inside of you. I see that trying inside of you, that love inside of you. Whatever it is that we have inside of us, people see it. They tell us, like, I see it. I feel it. I know it's true. It's real.
Well, with
It's not something you
you,
can grab.
with you, I'm gonna, if I could validate you somewhat, since you've joined the crew, you always have positive, kind things to say. I believe, based off of the evidence that I've seen, empirically, I've already seen transformation in you, bro. I have.
Yes, sir.
Your message is always kind, and you're always talking about doing your best.
Yes.
You're my guy. You're my go-to guy to finish the program half the time by
100%.
saying do your best, because the Sean I've seen, and I feel like Sean is practicing. I don't believe you always do, because you're just as human as me. But I think
Yes, sir.
you're a young man that is really doing his best, and I love you,
Feel like that.
and I appreciate that.
I love you too, Pops. I thank you. That means a lot to say. I try. I'm not the best, but I do try. I try to be the best I can be. It's hard. I fail a lot. I fail. Everybody out there is like, oh yeah, fucking that. You can do it the best that you can try to do every day and still fail. Yeah, I do that too. It's no different for me. I'm a human being.
Magic David MD. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, that's my brother, man. Love that guy.
Well, he says the same thing about you. He says, one of my best friends. We call each other as much as time zones will let us.
Yep. Yeah, we always spend time together. This is what we do. The kind of ideas and topics we're talking about right now is the same things we hash back and forth. This is exactly the sharing of ideas that I'm talking about, that we all have to find somebody that does that for us. If you're not, you're really missing out. Because you're never better for not knowing something. What somebody else is experiencing, their point of view, their frame of mind. David's a really kind dude. I can't say enough good things about David.
Summer Wheat says, I can tell you are a very perceptive and genuine person.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you all.
Yep. What else is going on here? If there's any other comments. Oreo, HB is one of my best friends. We talk every day. Oreo's so sweet.
Oreo.
Yeah. Oreo is so
She's
sweet.
very great.
Yeah, what a sweet girl she
Been
is.
there for a lot for me. Helped me out a lot.
Anyone else have something? Give me a comment we can read to Sean. HB. Headbanger. HB stands for headbanger, you guys.
Headbuster is really what it stands for. Just to kind of really quickly go through it, it's an old Call of Duty thing. So I didn't want to be known as Headbuster anymore. I want to be more positive with it. So I changed it from Headbuster to HB. Now all my friends call me HB. Might as well be HB.
So that is your nickname in general?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
HB,
wow.
Yeah. You can call me HB or Sean. Either way is good to me.
Now
I'm
we-
actually a junior. So.
You're also 5 people.
Give me 5 people.
Give me 5 people. That's right. Who else is? I thought HB was Hager Bump. No. That's Hagertown, or that's Hagues. That's my guy Hagues. HB. Why do I said head banger? It's Headbuster. Yeah, Headbuster.
Yes, sir. People
Okay.
would try to say everything you can think of. I've heard it.
What else? Any other comments here? This is random, but I think it's. I just want to shout out Joe Dees' son. His son is a corporal in the Marine Corps, and
Shout out.
Semper Fi, and he says that they had a great 2 weeks together. He literally just dropped him off at an airport in Columbus, and he's heading back to Okinawa for the last year of his first 4 years.
Right on, brother. Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Green Table thinks Hagues is HB's grandpa. That's pretty good.
Oh man, it made me screw. Oh no.
Yeah. And what kind of music do you like?
I love rock and roll. Old school rock and roll. I mean, I love all types of music, right? I like to listen to a lot of different stuff, but old school rock and roll is my backbone of music. You name it, alternative, grunge music. I love stuff like that.
Favorite group?
My favorite group? I don't do favorites. I hate when people say that, but just because you ask me, the answer I always say is Nirvana. It's the band that I grew up listening to. I studied them a lot, related to Kurt a lot. I like Nirvana a lot. Very simply, like simplistic music, anyone can listen to it, but if you really study it, it's actually pretty intricate.
I like your first answer. I don't do favorites. That was good.
I don't do favorites. I hate when people ask a favorite because it depends what day I'm like. Some days Nirvana isn't my favorite band. I like listening to a different band. It just depends how I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I'm not going to like the band the same each day. I'm different.
Great answer. Great answer.
Yep.
I typically do top 5.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your top 5?
Top 5 is Pink Floyd, Fleetwood Mac, Rolling Stones, Yes, the group Yes from back in the 70s, and Bob Marley.
Yes, sir. Very good list.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with yet, but I'll have to check them out.
Yes? Oh gosh. They
Maybe
were
I do know them and I just don't know the name.
their keyboardist, Rick Wakeman, was one of the first to use the Moog synthesizer and bring in all of that organ keyboard
I'm
music.
starting to do a little bit myself.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You play
Very
keyboards?
cool. I'm starting to. I've been playing for like 2 years. I'm not very great, but yeah, I like the sounds and stuff that the keyboard can produce.
Yeah.
Synthesizer sounds and stuff like I mentioned.
Brent says I'm like I think it is almost. Well, Fleetwood Mac, is Fleetwood Mac British? I don't think so. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I thought they were like from the South or something.
I don't know. Now that they mention it, who knows? Emerson, Lake and Palmer were great. I don't think Fleetwood Mac is from Britain.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, they're saying no, they're not.
Grew up to that kind of stuff. When
Yeah.
I was a kid, I didn't really have a chronological timeline. Music was all coming out the next day for me. I didn't understand what the 70s were. People kept calling it, so still to this day, people let's say, you listen to old school music. It's like, I just listen to music I grew up with. It's not old school to me. It's just what I grew up with.
We're getting some say Fleetwood Mac was British, and then we're saying maybe just one or two of them was British, like Lindsey Buckingham. You know what? Lindsey Buckingham, the guitarist for Fleetwood Mac, completely underrated, in my opinion.
Yes.
That guy,
100% well said.
that guy was amazing on the guitar.
Well said. You know, it's something I would like to do is I actually have a list of different bands I want to speak about speaking about bands and just underrated bands that aren't talked about. They should be talked about a lot more. It's kind of sad because kids aren't really into music nowadays because there's so much music being pushed out and produced that's overnight. It didn't really earn. Like these people had to suffer and be in a crappy apartment with 5 other people to write these albums. They weren't just like writing them in their parents' basement.
So, just for clarification, Derek's saying that Fleetwood is listed as both British and American, and some are saying Mick Fleetwood, who is an amazing drummer, was British and Buckingham. So a couple of them were British, and the other 3, who is it? McVie, John McVie, Christy McVie, and Stevie, I think were all American.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's funny, we're talking about music and everybody has their own recall and perception and their own Bigfoot.
Very much. The lens I was talking about. It's very ironic. The universe is like showing it to us right here in front of us.
Yeah. What else can we talk about?
Do you listen to music based on how you're feeling, or do you just listen to music and that music switches depending on how you feel?
You know, I'm not as varied on music as probably most people. I have a couple of soundtracks that I run pretty consistently when I'm over, and I don't really listen to music very much around my house because when I'm home here, I'm usually reading. And when I read, I'm weird. I have the TV on in the background, and I can, just like I do here when I watch people on the screen. No, I'm doing my thing on the screen, but I can read the comments at the same time. Like my brain can move in these 2 different directions, intersected at the same time. So I do that with the TV's on in the background, and I'm grokking the information from the TV, but I'm reading
100%.
pretty much the whole time. But at work, when I'm at my mush lab, I have basically two soundtracks going on. I have the Rumors Fleetwood Mac album on, pretty much just rolling through it, and I'm singing and kind of dancing and jigging along with that per song, and then Pink Floyd, The Wall. So those
Very good.
those two soundtracks, pretty much, those are who my mushrooms get to listen to.
Very cool.
Yeah,
It's gotta help.
I think the mushrooms like it. I do. You know,
Frequencies. I've experimented a little bit with that.
yeah, I'm a believer that plants definitely hear music.
100%. That's how
Yeah.
they're communicating.
You know, Sue's here. Led Zeppelin. I could never get down with Led Zeppelin, and I grew up with them. Every
I
guy.
do love Led Zeppelin a lot.
Yeah,
I do like them. I know they, like, a lot of people don't like them because they quote unquote stole some of the music and made it their own, but I do like them a lot.
yeah. Just there's one or two of their songs. The love song, "Stairway to Heaven," of course. But in general, but I was sort of a rebel in my music taste in the '70s. I wouldn't, if all my friends were listening to one thing, I wouldn't like it. I would want to hear it. I was like, I want to be the one guy that's listening to the different band that nobody else is paying attention to.
Yeah.
So it was almost like it was silly, but that's basically what I did.
You gotta believe that some of those bands is how they got famous.
Yeah, true that. I went and saw
Period.
I went and saw this last summer a band. Their whole gig is to redo. They're pretending they're Led Zeppelin. They're like a Led Zeppelin group, and it's funny because
Greta Van Fleet, is that what you're talking about?
what was that?
Greta Van Fleet, is that what you're talking about?
No, that
Like a
isn't who
younger
it
version of Led
was.
Zeppelin?
It was just like a nightclub band in
Okay.
Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. But they put on that's what they do is they recreate Led Zeppelin songs. And
Yeah.
all of the guys that are up there doing, the music, all were at least in their 40s or 50s, like old school hippie looking guys or old rockers. They still have their big hair and everything. And the whole audience is singing along with every one of these songs that they're doing. And I'm looking around going, I don't recognize these, especially the way they were recreating them. It was
Wow.
like, I came because my friends bought me a ticket and I couldn't say no, but I didn't even recognize half of them.
It's crazy. It was right there in your field of view, and you just like
Yeah,
trailed it. Like, no, I'm not looking
but
at
the
that.
people around me are singing it like along with it, and like
Right,
they're
that's what you
hearing
do.
it, and I'm like, bro, like what song is that? I don't recognize. I don't know that one. And then they finally broke out with like "Stairway to Heaven," and I'm like, oh yeah, I know this one, and it was a lousy cover. It wasn't even very good.
We were talking about it the other day. I shared a meme of a Taylor Swift about somebody how they didn't like her album or whatever, but they were asking me why do people don't like her, and I was making that exact point that if you try to shove music in somebody's face around every corner and every commercial and every store they go into, it comes where they don't want to hear it. Like they might actually be good, but it's annoying when they have it like thrown at you around every corner when you don't choose to listen to it.
I don't know if that was just it was coincidental or not, but I just got a pop up on my screen talking about Taylor Swift as soon as you mentioned
Oh,
her
he
name.
must have known I was gonna do it. He
Yeah.
must have known.
Yeah,
Jeez, I'm sorry.
that
I
was
don't have
weird.
no disrespect for Taylor Swift. I'm
Can-
just making a point.
Can I? I'll be honest with everybody. I personally, I don't know that I know a single Taylor Swift song. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if it was Taylor Swift from the Girl in the Moon. I don't know. Not that I've avoided or have a problem. I mean, I'm in awe of how she affects economies where she goes. Everywhere she goes, she's bringing in millions of dollars to that venue.
That one.
She's changed the GDP, the gross domestic product, in some of the countries that she's toured. So there's no question that the lady has beyond a social impact. But I've just never really been impacted by her.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, Fox. I know we don't have much time. Before we get out of here, I want to do one more thing.
Okay.
I want to everybody in the chat right now. I want them to say a hurt, speak a hurt, a pain that they have in their life that's going on with them that they have.
Okay. You guys heard it. Speak a pain, and I'll read some comments.
We all have it. You know, like I was mentioning, and people like to not complain and say how they feel because they think they're being a sob story. Just, you know, the important thing when you're feeling pain and you're hurting is to tell people how you feel. I have my things that I carry with me and my reality. You know, I come from an abusive household. People in my past, drugs, and they didn't do things the way they were supposed to, and it's caused me to react a certain way and have to fix myself a certain way. That's my pain. I have that pain that I carry with me. And if you hold it in, it doesn't do you any good. Speaking about it is what's helped me and helped push me through that. If I would have never spoken about it, I would have think that I was the only one who saw Bigfoot. I would be in the woods seeming like I'm crazy.
That's a great one.
I would tell people that you're feeling pain because they're going to look at you and say, hey, my story isn't yours, but I can relate because blah, blah, blah happened to me. And look at everybody's pain right now in the chats. I can't even see it, but I know that we all share pain. Even people who are afraid to speak up right now and say something. It shouldn't be the case, man. It shouldn't be the case that you're tough if you don't talk. That's what cowards do. A coward holds it in. Somebody who's courageous speaks up and says how they feel. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether people don't want to hear it, whether people will judge them for it, whether people will leave them for it. You have to speak how you feel. You have to say your pain.
That's beautiful, bro.
Let your friends know how you're feeling.
Not even joking. You're giving me goosebumps. I'm not kidding. That's beautiful, kid. I'm going to read a couple.
We get the microphone, and we did decide what we do with it, and I want to choose to speak for people who are hurting. I want to give them an opportunity to say, hey, I'm hurting. It's the same thing I would want somebody to do if they got the opportunity to get on here and speak. Give me an opportunity to tell people that I'm hurting and I need help. That's what I would want people to do for me, and that's what I want to do for other people. And just show them that we're all human. Look at everybody in the chat. And there's some people here who are like being really brave right now to tell people how they're feeling and what the pains they're going through.
We've got Derek Anderson, cancer. Criminal Theory, lost family. Sanum, anxiety. Magic David, great question. Nick Charles, anxiety. Sammy P says, keep going another half hour. Saul Maldo, addiction. Nippy, anxiety. Oreo, major depression and anxiety. J.W. Owen, lost my mom and hadn't talked to her for years. Bear, lumbar strain. Exception, balance between work and home. Herbie, there's not enough love in the world. Jeremy Carpenter, my pain is being the only one who knows the earth is flat. You're a goofball. Jeremy, Summers relating to Justin. Bren, carnivore diet. Sammy P, dependency. Mike Barabal, addiction and drugs pretty much got him. Oreo, I'm hurting. Saul Maldo, addiction and seizures. Lucky Lures, need to level up. Just Billy D, being taken advantage of. Cleanie, chronic pain. Don Zamaron, PTSD. Laura, anxiety is painful. Captain Obvious, drowning with the weight of responsibility and trapped. These are great.
Relatable.
Yeah.
These are all relatable. Things that we all feel, that we can all share.
Look what you brought up. We should have started this one earlier.
But, I'm not done yet because I want to finish on one last note. Now we've all shared our pains, we've shared our hurts. Now I want people to speak highly about themselves. I want to speak good about themselves. Say something that they love about them, who they are.
All right, you guys heard it. You guys heard it from HB. We got about 3 or 5 minutes left. I want to hear you guys say something positive about yourself. That's one of the hardest things to do. We have no problem talking about stuff we aren't good at or etc. But talk to me, talk to HB about something you're proud of yourself for. Captain Obvious, fearless. Derek Anderson, I'm a cheerful encourager. That is true, Derek. You spend time cheerfully encouraging me. Nurs, I love people and want the best for them. Glassic, I caretake for my neighbors. Saul says, I'm a warrior. You sure are. Summer says, I'm a great mom. Captain says, I love without judgment. Sarah Bear says, I can grow. Aaron says, I'm tough as a sack of roofing nails.
Ain't right, son.
Santam's not going to give up. Mr. Marmars is good at putting others before themselves. Kimberly says she's good at practicing every day. Captain Obvious claims being an exceptional mother. B. Hendricks, I like myself more every day. Cleanie, I grow good weed to help with pain. Billy D, this is so true. I'm consistent on getting up and being here every day. 6 o'clock in the morning, first guy here. Nippy, I love people, animals, and the earth. JW, I grow great weed. Dawn says Mark is an accomplished. She's talking for her husband who's on a road trip. Mark is an accomplished published musician and an awesome dad and husband. Mr. Phillips says I grow fireweed. Laura, I bring happiness to many people in my life. Mike Barabal, I treat people good. Jeremy Carpenter, I'm one of the 2 top painters in Idaho. I believe that. Catzilla, I know that I don't know. That's good. Lucky Lures, I'm smart and helpful. Stuart, I'm not who I used to be. I'm still progressing. Jolie.
Become the person who I am.
Yeah, Jolie says she's too soft and vulnerable. Sammy,
Good and bad.
Sammy P, good at not giving up on myself. This is great, you guys. This is
Good
great.
stuff.
Mello.
This puts us all on the same level.
Yeah. Mello says I'm kind and fair. Well, we need to do this exercise more often, HB.
I think it's a really great way to get people to really look at themselves because we feel like, especially as men, we feel like, oh, you got to be tough. You can't cry. You can't hurt. You can't speak about your pain. Well, I'm here to tell you can. There's no one who can stop you from doing whatever you want to do. And if people are really your friends, they will care about you if you speak your hurt. They're not going to push you away. They're not going to judge you. I'm an example of it. I've done it.
By the way, you have beautiful eyes.
Thank you so much. They're watering. I'm sorry. You're making me cry.
Yeah, no, you have beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
Great stuff. We're hearing so many positive things from all of these comments. We're hitting the button. We're hitting the wall on our time frame. But HB,
Yes, sir.
There we go. Summer saying, wow, what a show. Just Magic agrees. So HB's eyes are beautiful. This is, get out of here. This is a beautiful show, kid. You did a really good job.
Okay?
Can we ask you to co-host again soon?
Yeah, that would be really great, actually. Just let me know ahead of time, okay?
Okay. You know...
I appreciate you. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I just want you to have a good rest of your day, man. Thank you. And
okay.
I'll talk to you later.
You too, son.
Bye.
Okay.
Always do your best.
Huh? What about it? Huh? What? What a great idea. Who came up with this idea to have co-hosts? Love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. Thanks for sharing with our headbuster. What a nice young man. I don't hesitate to call him. Michael Patterson says, hit it out of the park. I'm not hesitating to call that young man my son. He is my son. So you guys, 4 things. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take things personal. Be willing to be courageous and tell people about yourself. Like HB was just teaching us. Don't make assumptions. And do what HB just did. HB, kill it out. Close it for us. HB, what's the fourth agreement? What's the fourth agreement, HE? He's going to tell us right here. Always do your best. I think he just did. Have a great day. I'm going to scroll you guys out. Herbie and Mr. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for participating and sharing HB with us. Captain Obvious, Cleany Billy D, Glassic and Jesus Christ, Brenny, Nurs, Herbie and Mr. Marmars, Michael Patterson, Nick Charles, Skippy Oreo, Glassic, Jolie, Sanum, Sue Littlemeyer, HB, Aaron, HB again, Captain Obvious, Herbie, Magic David, I'm glad you were here, Magic, Cat Zilla Meow, Herbie and Mr. Marmar, Sue Little, Criminal Theory, Billy D, Mr. Marmar's Nurs, Magic, Nippy, Captain, J.W. Owen, Pidgey Page, Niels, good morning, Niels, Jesus Christ and Billy D, Criminal, HB Cleany, and Magic again, Notorious, Mike Butterball, HB Patience, practice peace, patience, positivity, perspective, purpose. Nice. Mellow, Jesus Christ and Nick Charles and Cleany and Sammy B, and Oreo and Magic and Mike Buttyball and Glassic and Sayre and Laura, have a divine day. Magic believes in positivity. Derek Anderson, Nipper, Notorious Skate, Mike Baraball, Nick Charles, Captain Joe D's, Exception, Jolie Cantor, Sandeman Justin LaFlower, Jesus and Trenty the Trenty Trenters and Mr. Marmars, Brian Mello, Kim, have a wonderful day. Niels, Michael says the robin sings of a beautiful day. Stuart, Herbie, why do I worry? We don't. Sayre, Cleany, Magic, Pidgey Page, Captain Mr. Phillips, Corey D, Oreo, Jesus, Dawn. Thanks for filling in for Mark, Donnie, Brian, Mr. Marmars, Jesus, HB, Jesus, Herbie, Magic, Mike Baraball, Bren, and we're going to kill it with Kimberly, the International Kindness Ambassador. See you guys here tomorrow. Let's keep being wonderful, not to just each other, but to everything around us. Pops, peace, love, out.